which again misses. Bad draws for Zeron so far with that MD. Gunther's back in, charging Hans, gets carve modeled and then killed once again. And so Gretchen once again going for another charm, this time onto the chemist. It works. He may be slow. Okay, slow just wore off. That works. Ebhard doing the white magic thing, going casting rays on Hans, as Meow goes for staff whack and then countered for death. Yay, witch hunt. So Hans is back up. Gunther chakras himself because that staff whack kind of hurt. Then he runs off to the side. Hans starts reading at the Geomancer, triggering Counterflood, and putting her into critical, so whenever High gets another turn, like right now... never mind. She's going to knock Chemist out of Charm instead. So Hans lives, and Chemist goes and reses up his little Time Mage friend, which give Ebhard a chance to cure up the mighty Hans to more than 200 health, so she can take a Counterflood and an Elemental and still somehow survive. Minus a petrification. Gunther moving across the water, straights melee onto the chemist. Would have put him down to 1 health, but no, he has defense up and Golub's in the way. So he keeps on ticking. Gretchen doesn't even bother with the witch hunt. Ebhard doing a Demi 2 onto Geomancer. Doing double panel carve model back, 100 damage onto both of them. Hans looks actually doing a Lich, which if they both work means a dead Geomancer. But again, a Geo shield 35%, not very likely with the Demi 2. But takes 1c6 damage at least, and doesn't proc Counterflood. So, and no counter out of Gunther either. He just got meleeed for 182. Ebhard hurts himself with the Demi 2 once again, as Gretchen goes for another charm onto the knight. This time it works. Ebhard goes and tries to heal herself up. She is dangerously on MP as well. I think this cure spell that she's casting will pretty much make her useless, with the exception of a little bag whacking. Mild summon onto Gunther, but he chakras off the damage, so he'll be able to survive. Also heals up the knight too. Hey, welcome to the team once again. Charging Time Mage dies. What a surprise. Hans going for a res now, as Odin resolves onto both Gretchen and Gunther, hitting Counterflood, doing 24 and petrifying the Time Mage, as Fairy resolves right smack dab onto Ebhard once again. So most of my team's at very, very low health right now. 82. Looks like she's doing another cure spell. Gretchen's at 100. She's about to regen some more though. Goes for another charm onto the chemist, which misses. Chemist doing the soft thing onto the Time Mage. Gunther chakras himself up, and then moves and stays within cure range. But now they're both within elemental range. So here's a little double panel carve model, 75 onto Gunther, petrifying him, and then we have a petrified Ebhard as well. And Ebhard is the one who knew AoE Asuna. I don't think Hans knows any sort of status removal, and she's, I think, down to 10 MP with this last one. Counterflood puts her into critical. Gretchen, you're my only hope at this point. Phoenix down onto the Time Mage. And then carve model finishes off Hans. Yeah, it's Gretchen time, because that's all that's left and she can't res. So she spots up a Witch Dance and kind of runs off. We do have our Charmed Knight on our side. He's able to anti-sandbag with the Chemist for a while. But he's going 1-1, and there's a Geomancer chasing after Gretchen. Oh, and then Charm just wore off. Whoops. So, Meow catches Phoenix down. More Witch Hunt. And then we have first card model onto Gretchen, and oh, she gets petrified too. Huh. So, Grad Zeron, we're now 1-1, and let's go for a tiebreaker, I guess.